Hi everyone, Steve here from KME. The BMW is ready now for its first test session. So we're going to load it up, head on out to the track and see how we go. Hope you stick around for the full video. Welcome everyone to our first track day. This is our first run down the hill. First time I've driven the car apart from just around the workshop and at the dyno tune when it was done. So this is just getting used to it. We spent the day on rally tyres. That's the tyres the car's going to run on, so I just put rally tyres on it to continue or to do this test day. I immediately found I had a throttle problem where the throttle wouldn't return, so we had to, as I'm coming up here, I'm trying to tap the throttle to get it back to stopping the engine, slowing the engine. So had to abort, come into the back into the pit area, and we started having a look at what's wrong with it. So here we are all looking at it. We've looking at the angle of the cable, and we actually added a throttle spring to it, but none of that was actually the problem. Eventually found that the throttle pedal inside the car was not was jamming against the lower part of the pedal assembly. So I go and have a look at that in a minute. Even straight away, I didn't find it. We only after a couple of runs we found it, but the throttle itself down there in the floor was actually causing us the problem. We put a pair of springs on it and got it to return a bit better, but eventually did find the problem. So back into it, really enjoying the way it's driving. Along here, George was, who's in the car with me, was asking how I thought the car was handling, which I thought was pretty good. And we've done a stop and a start and so on. And in the process of that, broke a mount bolt on the diff, which caused a great deal of noise.
Have we adjusted the brake bars now?
Well, it feels okay to me now, but that everyone was saying it had the front's locking.
Right.
So
it was locking for
let's get a bit more here. we've got James now with his ute towing us in, and once again back into the pits, back on the stands, and get a good look under it. And that's when we did find the one of the bolts that actually holds the diff into the diff cradle in the back of the car had broken off entirely. Here we are. Adam brought a left-hand drill, a set of left-hand drills, and was able to drill it out, which was great. And that's the bolt. And we're starting it and trying to work out. It's actually a genuine BMW bolt, but in all the stuff we looked at, and that I realised that it was left loose, and that's why it did actually break. So we won't be doing that again. Then back into it again, really starting to enjoy the way the car is handling. So I just continued putting it down more laps, getting the feel of it, enjoying the way that it was working, and the whole thing. I was quite happy with the whole car overall. We did have another issue where a radiator hose blew off, and I've since found the radiator clamps that I'm using are actually do crack, and this one must have done because the engine had spent a lot of time on the dyno, and if it was going to blow a hose, it should have blown a hose there. Ultimately, for a first day out, I was really happy. I know we had a few problems, but that's what testing a new car is all about. So it's worked really well. I'm happy the brakes felt okay. The brake cylinders seem to be sized well enough to the brake calipers, the genuine BMW brake calipers. I do know it's got to go back to the dyno because the rev limiter is set too low. We need to set it another 1500 revs higher than it is, which we will do, and just continue enjoying the runs. We decided to go for one more run. This is the last run of the day, just once again down the hill. And I was wishing the rev limiter was in the right place at this stage, because an extra few revs would have been fantastic. there we have it, the last run up the hill. We get the top up here and brake and turn into the pits, and that's the end of our test day. Problems, yes. Successful, I believe so. And we've got more to sort out.